all right. She goes, I don't trust either of you.
No, I don't trust either of me. I don't.
Oh, this is going to be great.
Okay, we need to start this. I'm sweating. Okay, welcome to the Laura and Benny Show. I'm trying to keep this together at the start of the podcast because I'm really Emer and Michael Paul have come in. I'm looking at Emer and not Michael Paul because I can't make eye contact with him because I'm really quite afraid of Mr. and Mrs. Bailey and what this podcast is going to tell. And it's not you, Emer. I have no fear of you. It's this man here in the corner swinging like a lunatic.
Are you human, lads, or is it just excited?
Sweating. Yeah. But I
have to stop swinging.
No pineapples outside the door. Yeah. I only learned about that a few days ago, but we'll move on from that.
What was the pineapple outside the door?
Apparently, it's a sign for swingers. If you put a pineapple outside the door, and I learned this because my friend lives in Australia, and I'll tell a really quick story before we go on to your wedding, and it's really hard to get pumpkins. So every year she was carving out a pineapple on the door for her little girl. And one of my friends messaged her and was like, "You really can't put a pineapple on the door."
She's going to be missing out, lads.
So we'll go in with that.
So, Mr. and Mrs. Bailey, how many pineapples do you put out?
Sorry, very after.
Still going strong in the marriage. No crisis yet.
6 months strong. Yeah.
It's almost 6 months to the day, is it?
Yeah.
Is it? Like what day is today?
3 days ago.
3 days.
Wow.
So happy
Wow.
anniversary, guys. Happy half-year anniversry. Have you done your wedding album?
No.
There you go.
I can't just like.
Can't handle decisions.
Too many photographs.
Yeah.
But
I
she,
know they've selected the photographs.
oh, I went searching for someone. I saw an endless amount of emails back and forth about wedding albums.
He actually said us today it like was your 6 month anniversary and
Oh,
just
like
like.
3
I was like,
days
that's a good
late.
aim. That's a good aim. You're 3 days late.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's okay.
We
We'll
start-
forgive you because you're here for the podcast. We'll forgive you for the podcast.
But you had like one of the most modern a modern Christmas, like you really did, like in terms of like all the little bits, like the music, the flowers, all. I won't give it all away.
Yeah.
But and people coming back and everything, like what kind of made you go for Christmas? Was it just like you love Christmas, or what was it? Or was it like, or was it the family, or was it an anniversary, or did it mean anything to you? Like why not summer?
No, I tell you why.
Go on.
My first answer was there was no Mediterranean Madness. We just picked a date.
Yeah.
The second then is because my brother is in Australia.
Yeah.
I like bring them all over for Christmas.
Brilliant.
That makes sense.
But that is so the modern
Yeah.
kind of thing whereby
Yeah.
people can travel back, and then Christmas weddings are just off the charts. Like they really are. Like your drinks reception was hopping. Like people are just talking and there's so much going on.
You have your team done already. You don't have to put any effort into it. You know it's going to be Christmassy. Just go with it.
True, though, I suppose. You just have to go with it. You can't go against it.
Yeah.
No, that's very, very true.
So that was.
That was a big deciding factor.
The date was just kind of random. We just looked at weekends, so we're
Yeah,
just like
22nd of December.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's nice and close to Christmas though, because we're like people are proper festive. Like we're going for it. We're going to make a week of this.
Holidays
Yeah.
and stuff from
Yeah,
work,
yeah,
so
yeah,
it's kind of
yeah.
good
That's
buzz,
true, actually.
you know?
Yeah, actually, that's a good point because people would be off at that point, and they can just be like, "This is the start of my
Was it
Christmas
really
holidays."
on it? Yeah,
that's really good. Yeah, I like that.
yeah.
And then my question is, what made you invite 280 people?
It was Christmas.
I'm very popular.
I can see why. Yeah. Did you have a lot of friends though, or was it big families?
We kind of talked about doing like a smaller wedding at one point during COVID, or going away, or doing something kind of different. You know, COVID brought a lot of kind of more intimate ones, and you know, you could go off and you can kind of do anything now, or at least that's kind of more the
That's right.
thing.
It opened the door. It's not so
Yeah.
strange.
So,
Yeah.
Like I think when we decided that we were going to do it at home at Christmas, we were just like we were going all out.
Going all out, yeah.
You
You kind of break those thresholds, don't you? Is it that layer of cousins, or is it that layer of friends? And you just decided, you know what, we're just going to go for it.
Yeah.
No, it was, but it was great though because the atmosphere of the whole day was just like everybody you could tell was well into it, kind of thing. I loved it. It was really, really good.
It's probably the one thing we remember really well from it was the atmosphere.
Yeah.
Like it
You
was.
could have cut a few tables. There was a lot of hecklers.
Yeah.
That's because his speech, like encourage the heckling. We'll get on to that.
We'll get on to that, but if ever there was a man who was comfortable with a microphone.
Oh, come here, like, I lived for it. That was like my third speech now within like 6-7 months, because I did two best men one before it.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
And I actually
They were like
did,
the dry run.
So they broke the ice.
Yeah.
like the first best man speech, 20 something minutes.
You're one of those.
Oh, but you see, you time it and you forget about the applause and stuff like.
And then
There was so much applauding.
So like, you know, I had to cut out a lot of stuff for my own, like, just
And to be fair, when someone heckles you tend to stop speech and heckle back and then go back to speech. Yeah.
You're always going to get that with me, like.
But I was going to say as well, though, while you were comfortable with the microphone, you didn't abuse it too much in the sense of people dragged the arse out of it. But like, it was good, even as someone who's so disconnected as me, as I don't know all the personalities, I don't know all the in-stories. It was an interesting story. And the back and forth was good crack. Like,
So funny.
But
put a lot of work into it, is it?
yeah, I know, I did,
Yeah.
like, for the speech, put a lot of work in. I actually got a bit of help with the speech too, like, as in, I don't know if you know a guy called Cormac Lally.
Okay. Yeah, I think I've come across.
I'd lie if I say yes, but I might.
I don't know actually what the name of his company is. Or
Okay.
he just does it himself, like, you know.
Oh, yeah. And he actually helps you put it together, is that
He
it?
helped me the first time, and then the
really
the
good,
next two times, I literally went back and you have a read over it, and in fairness to him, no,
Okay.
yeah, we can write that better.
Nice.
Oh,
And
that's,
he-
I
and
didn't
But things like,
realise, that's really good.
because he's giving you hints as to saying it in public, you say it in a different way, it helps the
Exactly,
kind of the flow.
like, and he even went through a simple, like, grab a water bottle, say the speech like that to yourself, and keep the, you know, like,
yeah, because holding a microphone is a strange thing. That when do you do it? Like, and some people are good with it, and some people are like, they're forgetting about it, they're holding it behind their back nearly, and stuff like that. So
yeah,
you're right,
so like he was actually brilliant, like, definitely well worth.
So a shout out to Cormac. If anybody's like they want to do a speech, but like they're
Which
probably
is
a
the
bit nervous, or
majority of
like,
people, to
but
be
no,
honest.
yeah. I mean, people want to do it, want to deliver, but they could be super nervous, or they just don't know how to structure it, or
It was structure with me, because I was going here, there, and everywhere, like, you know, and I could be still on the mic now. Going on to the people who were around me, like, and everything, like, you know. So, like, but no, like, definitely, but like for any fella or girl for that matter, whoever, he literally structures it for you, tells you, no, that's two in whatever, like, you know,
it's just over the line, is it?
Yeah, like, you know, remember now, you know, your aunts and uncles are there, as in, forget about the lads, think of the bigger picture.
Yeah.
Because I needed that.
Okay.
Rein you back a bit, like.
I really needed it. Like, the second best man speech, like, was a love letter to a fella, like, more or less. You know, he was like, this is a bit strange here, like, you know.
I wish I was there for that. That's hilarious.
That's very good.
A love letter to your best friend. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. Yeah.
That's great. That's great.
Cormac Lally.
Lally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's
we'll
brilliant.
that's
Look
really
him up,
good.
give him a shout, because it hasn't been recommended too much, or if not, I can't remember when the last anyone
And to
brought
be
it up.
honest
But
with
that's
you,
a great
like,
advice. Yeah.
you chat to people on a wedding day and you'll be like, are you enjoying yourself? You know, like, how's the day going? And they will always say, if I ask that question, I will know when the speech is over.
Yeah.
Like, you were probably one of the few people that said, like, I was grand with the speech. Like, I was actually looking forward to it.
Like, I have no problem getting in public, as you probably know, just talking.
Yeah.
But as I said, structure, delivery, how to hold it. Like, for instance, he said, are you doing MC? Jeez, I don't know, I don't think so. Do the MC. You get 1 minute with the microphone straight away, you're already into it.
Sure.
Yeah, it's like the first touch in football or something. It's breaking the ice, isn't it? And,
exactly,
and,
like, and you know, how would I know those things?
Yeah.
You just wouldn't.
That's right.
It's not a PowerPoint presentation. You know, you literally have your...
Yeah.
So, like,
sometimes it is a PowerPoint presentation.
Yeah.
We've only seen it used well once.
We definitely still learn now anyway if it was PowerPoint.
But it didn't feel like your speech. I remember how long your speech was, but it didn't feel that long because it was very entertaining. It really was. Like, I was laughing away to myself in my corner, going, "This man is awful. What is this great crack?"
Opening the scene.
Right, we hijacked the conversation. Tell us, we didn't get the experience, we had our own morning, but I was flicking through the photos there to kind of re-jog memory, and I was laughing at one of the photographs. Your parents, they were on the champagne pretty early.
They were.
To be
fair, that's probably your misrepresentation of your parents. When they were the two would pretend to drink out of a bottle at one stage in the kitchen, messing with me. But they were actually really enjoying the day. Your parents, they were great. They
were because we were living with them. They went through, like, you know, planning and everything.
Yeah.
Your mum was brilliant as well, but they had us, like, in the house, you know, and we'd be like, oh, we've that done and we've this done, and you know, they'd be in and out of town and they'd be picking up bits and thinking of things, and
Yeah.
you know, it was just really, really good. So
The other side of that too, putting up with our shit.
It's true though, living with them, planning a wedding, using their house.
Or, you know, I must get up here, and they'd be like, oh, I'll drive you up there, do you know,
Really
and they were really involved, but I think they really enjoyed it.
Yeah, no, they were fantastic.
You know, like, kind of had a sense of like achievement when it was all done. It was like, we did a great job, we did.
Really,
you know, that
really.
kind of way.
And they were great for being there for the moments as well that were important. Everything from, they were just around in the morning if needed, and then, do you know, like your dad being ready, so he'd come in and see you in your dress, and that was a really nice moment actually when he came in to see you. It was really lovely, because not everybody does the first look with their dad. Because some men are like, oh God, no, I'm not showing emotion in public, or they'll walk and go, ah yeah, you're grand. Like, it's another dress.
And it was nice it kind of gets, you know, it could get lost, you know, when you're going into like, and there was loads of people in the house, which everybody obviously like are really close friends and family.
Mornings,
But you know, it's nice just to have a bit of time with like parents as well, like, because I don't have any like sisters. My brother had already gone over to your house. So, you know, it was nice just the three of us just to have that moment as well.
No, it was really nice. And even your mom just getting you ready and stuff. Like, I think she really enjoyed that, because your mom's outfit, she wore white as well, didn't she? And I look, because people always say to me, like, oh, can the mom wear white? And I'm like, yes, the mother of the bride absolutely can wear white. And the mother of the groom, maybe not so much. I think that might be
shout out to Mum. Mum was rocking the fur, wasn't she? Because I remember your mum, and I think I might have helped her with the flower or something like that, putting it onto the fur, but she was chuffed. Like the whole morning, and then I think when she got to the church, then she was really settled in, didn't she?
Sure. Like that morning, sure, she had the three of us in the same house for years. She was weak, like.
She was weak.
She was like.
But it is lovely when you do have, you're lucky enough to still have your parents to you know, be able to spend like every moment with them on the wedding day and include them where possible as well, because they, like, obviously you're the ones getting married, but I think parents, they very much see it as like it's their day too, and I think they should be allowed to on a certain level. No, it was really, really lovely, and you had the two little flower girls as well hanging around. They were delightful.
Brilliant.
And here, Michael, how did you find? Did you have an early start?
Well, the girls had to wake me up. Like, I did not wake to my alarm, which is quite normal. Like, they come in, you're late. I'm like, oh, Jesus.
At least you slept.
No, I did. Like, so we went, the girls came maybe in like in a late evening.
Okay.
And then it just started, and it was just like, all the jobs, like, you think you have all these things to be doing. So once they started arriving with a few drinks, and you know, went up to bed at a reasonable time, and you know,
well done.
Having an all doom scroll, then being like, oh God, I have to go to sleep. But it was really chill. Like, I don't know, I think you have in your head that it's going to be like, not frantic, but it's going to be a busy morning, but it was like far from it, like, as in, you know, everybody knew what they were doing.
It didn't get too wild on you, like it didn't become overbearing or something.
And like, you know, like that, like, you know, I think it was maybe the hairdressers came first. And we know them quite well.
And that was Oxygen hair design, was it?
HS2.
Oh, sorry. But are they Oxygen? No, they're not. I've got this wrong.
Chloe's with Oxygen.
Oh, yes. Okay, HS2. Okay.
So when they came, they got set up, and they kind of know them to chat, and some of the girls would know them as well.
That's nice to know them as well.
And then Dawn came, and Dawn's originally from Whitegate in Ahada, so she's now based up in Kilkenny. So she knew, like, we had an awful lot of, like, in common with Dawn as well.
I actually didn't realise Dawn lived down that way.
That's where she's from, is where she grew up. So, you know, she was delighted to be down, because it was like her calling to people for Christmas as well, and you know, we've been up with her in Kilkenny for the trial and had a really nice time as well. And she'd done makeup for Christine, one of the bridesmaid sisters, like the year before. So, you know, it was just lovely, and like, she's a lovely, like, I don't know how to explain it.
She's very calming presence. He's like, I wasn't there. But she's got a very calming presence to her, and she's such a nice girl.
Isn't she?
Like, nothing seems to be too much. Like, if someone asks her something, she's like, yeah, no problem, you know. And she kind of just works away quietly, but gets it done.
She's brilliant. She's just, I don't know how to explain it. She's just, we were talking about everything and anything. Do you know what I mean? It's like you've known her forever. Like,
that's it. But I feel your morning probably felt like that, because I know it probably sounds like, you know, obvious, but timing your morning, it couldn't be more important. You really did time your morning well. So the girls, like, when I got there, you were almost finished. It was great, kind of thing. So it gave us a chance to get some detail shots, and there was loads of time then to open champagne, do bits and pieces.
Like, to give yourselves credit, like, you know, like, I didn't even think that call that we had beforehand was important.
Yeah.
But
I know many people get on and they go, what are we going to talk about? but then when you guide them through the whole structure of the day and the key questions,
And
like you're talking about,
he did it for us, like for the morning and say the church, and then Mr. Belton did it for us for the rest of the day.
Exactly, for his part,
And you go take 10 minutes there, go this way. You know, like
small little things of that matter, don't they?
But not like you have to do it. You know, this is what you do now. For, you know, to optimize everything, like basically.
And it's looking out for you as well, because it can be such a big day with so many people, and it's such a lot on emotions and everything that you can be exhausted from it. You can kind of keep you happy throughout the day and relaxed.
Exactly.
It's much easier for you.
People like we probably spent a bit of time during every now and then we'd be like, oh, we better take stock of where we are with the wedding coming up very close to it, and you know, some people like write out agendas and who's going first and this, that, and the other. Like, there's actually no need to not waste time doing that. You need to think about it. Like, you need to kind of be in tune with, okay, like, you know, time is going to move probably quicker than what you think it is.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you're after, like, you know, going out to your vendors, you know, they're all professionals, they know what they're doing, they do this day in, day out. Ask them what they think they do. So, you know, like you guys were like really not detailed, but it was like, you know, this is probably how it's going to look. If it needs to change, we'll change it, don't worry about it. And you know, it was the same for like the hair and makeup, the flowers, everything like throughout the day was you know, you kind of just put the trust out there and it'll be fine. You know what I mean?
But like, even remember we talked to the band.
You had Alec from the Pearls, wasn't it?
And we were on, we get a call with him, like, and it was like, he was asking us, like, you know, here, you're the singer, or you're the band. You know better, you can judge a crowd, you play.
You get, I suppose the great thing is you're saying you're giving him license to judge the crowd. So he knows how to do it. He's the showman, he's got the talent there, the expertise in that, and it's like, fire away. You're not going to constrain him by saying, I really want this or this or this.
Exactly. You'd be surprised, like he probably was talking to you like that, because when you do speak to some couples, as you said, there's no need to write out a list yourself, because you've hired someone to do this job for you, and he probably speaks to couples and they're like, here's a 3-hour set list, song by song.
We didn't ask for one song, it was just like, what makes you happy, mate? You know, like, we're grand. We'll be happy out. We'll smile back at you, like.
Give him a first dance and go from there.
And like, he's like, you know, we have like a set and it works really well. And it's just kind of like, what's your crowd? And he was like, I think we've covered. And he did. You know what I mean? So
and they exploded. Like the dance floor was mayhem. Like it was great crack. Like we always say, when it's difficult, get on the dance floor to take a photograph. It's a great sign. Like it's a great dance floor. But it was busy and it was hopping, and they were responding to the band. The band were changing up the songs and hitting them, like the first 5 songs. Everybody was still interested, and it was hopping. Like it really was.
But no, in fairness, like, and it's great that you did bring that up. I feel like I prompted you. But no, it is great, because it's like, that's a massive piece of advice for couples going forward, because they do panic a bit. Like, they don't realise that when they've booked a band, as you said, it's their job. They know how to read a room. When you book a makeup artist, she's a wedding makeup artist. She knows what she's doing. Your photography, your flowers, everything. And it's like booking the right people and just like handing it over and going, this is what I want. Do your job.
It's like, you're not like, don't reinvent the wheel, like, you know, they have, you know what I mean? That's, you know exactly what you're going into, you know what works.
No, that's really good, And you had a church wedding as well, and that's your local parish church, Emer, is it?
So I had a church would be closer.
Okay.
So that we probably would have passed that, but Ballinrostick is also in the parish.
Okay.
But it tends to be like where like a lot of weddings would happen.
Is it because of the pub across the road? Possibly.
But I had a church that's beautiful as well, but it's like built in a way that it has like 2 aisles. So it's kind of like 3 kind of like So like now you could walk up one and down the other, but like
we've had ceremonies like that, but it's quite complicated.
It's a tricky one.
It is.
And when you like you said, there's a worker. It's wild.
What a change.
But even the difference between while you say there's a workaround, it's just slightly off balance as well. Like in terms of like the window in the church that you were in is lovely. Like it's great. So like the walk up there was great.
We'd always do like they do a pageant every like Christmas, which has been going on for years and years and years. So like it's a very like I think locally you'd associate it with Christmas if it's not your local church, if that makes sense.
Oh, that's really nice. Because it was it was a really nice ceremony, and you had Caroline Fraher, didn't you? She's such an amazing voice record.
So who's responsible? So who's responsible for abusing Caroline's talent and asking her to sing The Darkness, Christopher Berg. Like I mean, were you just seeing how I was like, because it was one of those. There was an epic song list. Okay, so during Mass she sang the very holy and Christmas ones, and they were lovely, right? That everyone would probably expect. And then as soon as you got licensed, like seriously, like were you just testing out? I want to hear her sing The Darkness to see how I should go.
Unbelievable.
Whose idea was that? Was it both? Was yours Emer?
The music was on you, Eames. Longer.
Yeah, it was all Emer. Okay.
But it was really so.
Good
see,
choice.
Darkness, I believe in Think on Love, which is brilliant.
Butcher has a version of that.
Okay.
And, like, I wouldn't normally be into Butcher, but I used to be playing him too, to be fair, but you know, it'd be kind of like going down the same vibes of songs, like kind of covers.
Yeah.
I think, you know, we had kind of a license to do that.
Yes.
Once the Mass was over.
That's
Oh,
right.
yeah.
To be fair, like, Father Chris was, you know,
he made that.
clear about it. Like,
He liked music though, didn't he?
Yeah,
He was kind of
yeah.
singing along and stuff at one stage. Yeah.
He's a big fan of Caroline.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
a big fan.
Oh,
Like
like,
she is brilliant. Yeah. She's one of the best. Yeah, without
We
doubt.
heard that version, we're just like, that would be really cool. So
Okay.
And it's a version for an occasion, so that like version suits that setting, so which is really good. And then the other one, Christopher, which is a spaceman called Traveling, which is game traveling, which is just like. So I was like, is that you? I just want to hear her to try to do all the rhythms of the chorus.
No, this is all Emer. The music is all Emer.
Yeah, she sings in is it a kind of a Christmas concert?
She does. We actually went to it this year because she's from Cove.
Yeah.
Which is where we are now. Just for anybody that's watching, going, why is that relevant? But yeah, no, Cove Cathedral. You should actually try and go some year.
It's really hard to get tickets,
amazing.
but we'd recommend that people do try and get tickets. Like it's really good.
But she does. I think she had done a version of that before, so
Okay.
I saw that through her Instagram.
Okay.
But my maid of honour, Ruth, she's from Cove as well, and a friend of ours, Maeve, is from Cove. And they both were just like, you know, we're not telling you what to do, but Caroline Fraher is amazing. And then they looked her up and it was just like...
Especially for Christmas songs. Like, she's really did everything, but like Christmas is unreal with her.
And she's really
Sound.
Yeah.
She's
Yeah.
A1.
Total professional. No, there's no like kind of I can do this and whatever, like ego or anything like that. She's just so down to earth.
Our first meeting again, like, went to shape with her. We just we went totally off track. Like, you know,
I love it.
So lovely.
Michael Paul's trying to like control himself in the corner. Yeah, no, but like but you're right though, because she's so talented, and like there's some like we've heard her at so many weddings, but I still find myself stopping and just listening because when she belts out some songs, you're like, how is she even doing that?
I know.
Yeah. And then walking up the aisle, I suppose you probably was that just something that kind of meant something to you, like it's just a great song, like Only You by Yazoo.
Yeah.
Did you know it was by Yazoo?
No.
I'm just poking the bear. But great choice.
There's a Becky Hill one as well.
Okay.
And I think it might have been in a McDonald's ad. It was in like some Christmas ad a couple years ago as well. And we just asked her, and she was just like, "Yeah, you can do that."
No, you like your music, Emer, yeah, because like these aren't like because these aren't the obvious ones that people go to, But it makes a difference, I think, when you can pick something slightly alternative, but it still works. No, that's really nice.
And then you pick the banger by Elton and the Ginger. Step into Christmas. What a way to exit. It's brilliant though. But it's one of those songs like, so I was just humming that song for the rest of the day. Like it's in, once you hear it, and a great version again, like it's in your head. It's brilliant, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And how did it feel like exiting the church? Because I think you got a good cheer, didn't you? You got the atmosphere. Was it just out of your...
the whole day, like, was such a buzz. Like, I don't know, it's like something just comes over you. I don't know.
You're almost watching yourself. You almost feel like it's not you.
I couldn't wait. I could not wait to like leave home, like, and just like get into the car and go. I was just like, come on, gang, we're going, like, you know, that kind of way. Not to be like earlier anything, but it was just the second we got into the car and got into the dress, it was just like any thought of like, what am I going to do if I do this and if I step on my dress, or if I...
Sure, come here, we were a disaster at the massive thing. We didn't know what candles to light or anything. We were just laughing away. We watched the wedding video a few weeks ago. We're actually a disgrace.
We were trashing them.
Like, we were just talking. You could see the two of us, like...
There was moments where you were barely holding it together. Something had happened, and instead of being kind to the person, you just wanted to let it live.
I had to
tension breaker.
I had to keep myself together, like...
I'm so glad we could provide you with that.
Yeah, like
It's a video that you
That
can go
insight.
mention in the church.
because like I got all the lads that did prayers of the faithful. Like I just went to them before I to look me in the eye when they're doing it. Like, and like.
People hate doing prayers of faithful.
Oh, like there was one fella like, and he hated every minute of it, like, you know. But you could see him doing the whole thing, like. He's like,
I need to look back on that. That's hilarious.
watch the lads that do
I
it.
must actually look back. Oh, that's
The
terrible.
panic in their eyes.
Before we're just like,
Oh,
That's
man.
gas. That's
And
brilliant.
that was the other thing is like, because you're only looking at like, you know, obviously like the priest. And,
Sure, you don't see what's
like,
going on behind you.
Yeah. So like, and not that you can have like your family and things like that. Everyone has like, different like setups or whatever. But like we've a lot of like really good friends and like you know, maybe like family or like in-laws and stuff.
Yeah.
We're just like we really want to have those in front of us.
Sure.
Yeah.
And today, because that's all we got to like see.
Yeah.
Do you know that kind of
Yeah.
way?
Yeah.
And it made
Yeah.
such a difference
Yeah.
because like we're like, oh, who's up next? And we'd be, you know, having it all wave and
I
stuff.
got have a
Look at me.
have a look at it, like it's funny. It's funny though. In fairness, the four of them look down at me every time. Like it's just like,
But I say you could have picked any 4 lads, but like you picked 4 lads for groomsmen, wasn't it? Was there 4? Three or 4?
4.
4. But like the lads didn't need much encouragement, whether it was 10 a.m. or it was the afternoon in the park,
Nah.
or like the messing that was going on.
I'm not sure. Like we could have been going anywhere. Like we literally could have been going anywhere. Didn't matter. Like
And tell us the night before, did you get across to the Thatch?
yeah.
Yeah. Did you behave? Did you go home?
Did you make it home from the chat?
Oh, we did. We were like 4 of them. And then we went home and then we had the drop and then we called it.
Because I think in the morning there's normally one fella who just went overboard. Everybody was tidy enough.
Oh
they
no,
were
our
all
mother
healthy.
had us warned.
Like,
Yeah, no,
she's
man.
always sitting in the window while she waits.
Because it's a long day, isn't it?
Yeah, no, like we were warned. Like I said, she was looking forward to that night, to having the 4 of us there,
Okay.
and dready at the same time in case one of us.
Yeah.
But you know what? It's great to have a mammy like that, though. That's like, you know, she saved
Experience.
you. Because a lot of people
Yeah, and just
they go
knows.
full out the night before,
Yeah.
and they are like, they're
long
in
day.
the horrors on the wedding day.
I couldn't cope with that. No,
Yeah, it's
to be
just,
honest.
it's not worth it, like, because it's just
No.
so much work goes into it, and then to not be feeling
Yeah.
well on the day. But you mentioned the car leaving because you had the bridesmaids. Was it the man that drove the bridesmaids, and he had the chauffeur cap, your godfather. He had chauffeur cap.
Yeah.
He took his job seriously.
Oh, he
the
did.
bridesmaids.
Yeah.
Like when they pulled up at the church, he got out of the car. He opened the door for them, and it was like some sort of royal moment where he was like, you know, using his hand to escort the girls out one at a time with the hat on, which was gorgeous. But then he hired a car for you and your dad, and then afterwards the two of you. Was it? It was Cork Wedding Cars, was it? Yeah.
Tom Kerr, big shout out, lovely man.
Tom Kerr.
Love of our lives.
Yeah.
Love your lives.
That's the only part that I'd love to go back again.
Just spend time with Tom.
From Ahada to Gary Bow was just the funniest thing. Like,
It's such a laugh.
That's a great compliment, though.
Yeah.
Like because car drive can be so awkward. Like we've all been in there, and you're like, either the taxi man won't shut up and he's talking about whatever he wants to talk about, or it's just this weird silence. There's a weird atmosphere. But you're saying it was just like it was a dream.
no,
like, it was very
Kind
dark.
of like he was supposed to be, like it was like we were supposed to meet. We were supposed to meet on that day.
Okay.
And he was supposed to be a part of it. I don't know.
Okay.
The two of us have a weird, like not a.
he reminded me of my dad.
Yeah.
That's lovely.
As in,
Weird, yeah.
not nosy, but like just like
Interested.
interested in you, like and stuff like that. So like we got a good kick out of
That's
that.
a great bit of serendipity, and I want to bring up. I was going to bring up the photo shoot. So like we got a nice little pocket. We got a nice little pocket, right?
Yes.
Of a bit of woodland, a bit of forest, and we're there like, oh, there's a lovely light over there. We'll just go. Laura's like, oh,
I was
let's just go down
excited
there,
for
right?
winter
Right?
light,
So-
and you were thinking something completely different.
we were
not on the same.
No, we were not, Michael.
We were taking a lovely
Me neither were
photograph.
you.
We got a lovely photograph of Emer, you know, laying out the dress and that. And all of a sudden we saw you kind of like, oh, here's a lovely bendy tree. It reminds me of something. And go on, take the story away. It's gas.
My mum and dad's photo album like is. Oh, there's another part. No, I'm going ahead now again.
Go on.
But like the wedding album, like I don't know what they were doing. Like it's in Ballyhooly, like there's a woods there, like, and honest to God, in one of the photos, just going around like that in the tree, like, and stuff. I was like, we're recreating it.
Yeah.
It was the two of me peeping around the tree. Like, I was like, lads, but I was actually like, thank God we were in the woods in the middle of Mahad and nobody saw.
I know.
If somebody else had seen us, they'd be like, oh, cancel that booking. Look at they're making that couple.
There was you peeking on the other side, but you told a lovely story as well and you were trying to do it because the tree kind of bent like that and you were trying to curve your body to hide behind it. But you told a lovely story of your dad whereby you go, listen, he wasn't the most narrowest of man. And basically he was trying to hide behind the tree, but geez, he was on the other side of the tree. And it was just beautiful the way you said it.
We didn't even know that, like, because it didn't
That wasn't
actually
planned.
click with us.
No.
It wasn't
Yeah,
planned
yeah.
to go
We
in the
weren't.
woods. So, like, we'd often be, like, different things, like, if it was, like, your dad's anniversary or birthday or else, you know, like, we'd be like, oh, like, we'd be with Kathleen, like, having a drink or whatever it is. And it happened a couple of times where, like, the album would come out and now, like, it's just, like, take out the photo. So much. So, like, when we got to do it then, it was just, like, you know, a good skit. And, like,
You're going to have to, like, get a print of his one and a print of your recreation and put it in a frame next to each other.
Photo that looked at me that we should have actually done. You know, your mum and dad's one, where they blended in.
Oh yeah, what was that called? You know, when they'd have like the two photos, like it looked like they were looking down at the church. Like it was like, what's there's a name on
They're
it.
like literally blurred into the top of it. Yeah. But it's
And
almost
you're
like a
kind of
funeral
looking
card.
down.
Yeah.
It's like those old car photos when a fella's missing, like he's wearing something completely different, like and his head is just up there, top left.
But lads, you laugh about this that it was your back on your parents' day.
Yeah.
I see stuff nowadays going up online that it looks similar.
Listen, Laura, that's the style you want, that's the style you want.
Whatever you're into. Whatever you're into.
And you know what? Whatever you're into, go for it.
Go for it.
But
Yeah,
that was a lovely moment. There was random little things that happened in the moment and you wouldn't think of, oh, that was a spot or that was a moment, and you went with it and you made it your own, and that was like throughout the whole day. But then little pockets where things like you wouldn't think of going back to your house for photographs, right? The view is beautiful, but then what was you probably weren't thinking, oh, we'll use the doors or we'll use the second door, but we were like, they're great actual doors, and it's little pockets like that. That
they're very
are
lucky
great
to have that
photographs.
view over Hada. Like and it was like we were so close to the house, we'd be mad not to go back there.
Yeah.
Like, you know, it's your family home, and then you were actually living there at the time as well, so it was so nice to do it.
We got engaged.
Yeah,
like, just
was it just
outside.
in that spot, wasn't it? Yeah.
Very good.
A lot of effort went into
Come on outside.
Literally, yeah. Eames, it's time.
Brilliant.
They were the lines. Eames, it's time.
It's Eames, did you say Eames, it's time? Were you standing or kneeling?
I knelt, I did it properly.
Did you kneel? Okay, that's all right.
I did,
That's
yeah.
okay.
I did,
We'll allow that.
That's
We'll allow
brilliant.
that.
That's brilliant.
Yeah.
You should
He's
have
like,
got
we can never.
that reminds me. You
Eames, it's time.
did a
And then
lovely.
Eames, what did you say?
No, I remember the day because I got up in the morning.
Yeah.
I got up in the morning. I was a bit sunburnt.
You got more sunburned throat today.
I got more sunburnt throat today. Yeah, no, it's a good day.
It's a good day.
Just
We
right
got
home.
sunburnt and engaged in one day.
Yeah.
I mean, like,
We
can't
got
beat that.
golf.
Top day.
Top day, if you
Top
ask me.
day.
You had a lovely sign made up. 'Tis the season to be married.
Oh, that was nice,
which
actually,
was
yeah.
very cool. But it could have easily been. It's time.
Oh,
Yeah.
you've been like Michael Bufford. Just after you have scenes. Anyway.
Yeah, it's a big announcement.
I'm going to bring this back to some like actual informative stuff for people.
We probably the photograph. But that was it. But one thing about the photographs was you might not think about doing photographs in a certain place, but like little pockets like the door, the colour of the door, the texture.
Oh, I
the
love when
flowers,
people
the
say to me,
overlook.
like, you know, they don't want to just go to, like, everyone goes to this park. And it's fine. There's a reason they go to the park. It's lovely. But, like, if you've got places that you're like, oh, but I don't want to go where everybody else goes. I want to go to my home. And I want to go around the corner because I grew up here. And I want to, I love that. Because it's like, nobody else's photographs I take will look like your wedding day.
Yeah.
Like, because it'll
Yeah.
be in a different, like, place. And it means something to you.
Yeah,
It's very
but
important.
the like as I said, they were all places. Like I know you mentioned Ballycotton, but we had nothing to do with Ballycotton.
Well, that's it.
Exactly,
You know, but like,
And I was just about to say, like, I had a bridge, like, a grand, some people will go there, but
Yeah.
most people will just drive by it and go, we will go to Ballycotton, we will go to Fort Gardens or something like that. And they won't go there, but that's totally unique to you. Like, that you did do it.
well, like, we were lucky enough too, like, the views that we had, like, and you know,
Yeah.
with the lake behind, then the woods literally next door.
Yeah.
Actually, the sun was coming down, and it was that lovely, crisp, kind of wintry day. The day you kind of hope for when you're getting married at Christmas.
The benches were done in like
Yeah.
different colour. You
It was
know,
lovely.
it's just like all popped. But the
works.
pub was fab. So we were over at Mike in the pub recently. We used to
Were
bring
you?
over the photos.
Oh,
but
yeah.
like the photos there were class. Like,
Yeah,
do you
it
know
was
what I
actually,
mean? They were
and I was
so
going to
cool.
bring it back to that because like loads of people, like they're like when we talk to them about like, you know, there's so many ends and you've walked down the aisle and you say, will you do the whole meet and greet receiving line where everybody congratulates you and everybody's like, do we have to? What does everybody else do? And there's no really like yes or no answer to this, but you guys decided we're not doing that. We're skipping it. Yeah.
It's the 22nd of December, like I'm not.
It is freezing and stuff.
We kind of like we were veering against it, and then when we met Mr. Belton, we all call him Mr. Belton, but Stephen. But
it's very formal.
Stephen when we're in the touch.
But he said he's like, oh, like you know, he did out like a timeline when we were sitting with him. And like, you know, he's brilliant. Like, and he was like literally one piece of paper. I need the whole thing planned. And we were just like, this is great. But he said like, if you do it, it's at least 45 minutes.
Well, it would be with your numbers because they were quite large.
So if you went 10 ahead, 10 every 100, as Yanis says, that's at least 30 minutes. And if you get chatting, like if every tour dance talks at you, like it can slow up a bit, So you're right.
We met loads of people like in the pub. We met loads of people in our pre-drinks reception. We got around to everybody.
But I think it works for you guys. So like when you're not doing it, the whole thing is to have an alternative plan. And like you were so lucky that literally when I say you literally walk out the church door, you take 10 steps and you walk in the pub door. Like it was like proper countryside wedding, like pub door, church door. Perfect. No, it was perfect because it meant that because like if you walk out the door and you kind of just stop and do nothing. Sure, everyone just comes over to you anyway. So it's an impromptu one. But you guys were able to just like, and then you had the coffee van outside as well for people. That was really nice. So photo up with the coffee van, photo up outside the door, and then we went for some drinks. And actually, that's you there on the wall. But you're going to cut to me pointing to this now. Who's this lady here giving you masses?
That's my old babysitter with a small.
I love
it.
She's like, oh, you will always remember I saw his bare ass first.
I remember that.
Actually, I think that's why you're laughing at.
That was brilliant.
But it was a great pub because we were able to get like, you know, a couple of bar shots of me like at the bar. But they had this really nice little like, I suppose call it a smokers area. But it was a really nice smokers area with guitars on the wall and loads of colours.
Lots of colour.
And like they were like loads of photographs of the wedding. I loved your wedding day because it was like the winter light and everything was gorgeous from a photography side of things.
Oh, we poxed it.
You did a little bit.
Oh yeah, we did.
No, you're right. It could flip the other way.
We poxed the day like you couldn't.
But the bar shot, the photos, I love those photos because I think everyone's a bit more relaxed when you're kind of in a bar with a drink in front of you, even though you're getting your photo taken. It's like it's a bit of crack. No, I loved it.
And like Mike and Monica are really like good over there as well. Like, you know, like they were like open, like they were like, you know, communicating with like Candice and they had everything kind of set up in the background and you know, they were even giving us ideas for photos there as well.
That's really good,
they were really good about it.
They were A1 in fairness to him, like, you know, and he's like, what do you want? He was like, do whatever you want.
No, that's great, And it's just that chill vibe with people that they're like, there's no rules and you can, as you said, do what you want. But like you thought of your guests as well though, so it wasn't a case of we're just going to walk away and leave you to it. Like there was hot drinks outside the door if you don't want to go in the pub. Or you can go in the pub and you can get yourself a whiskey and warm yourself up that way.
Everyone wins.
Everyone wins.
Everyone wins. Something for everyone.
And then it was great that all the photos were like in a really close radius that we were to, because I know for you guys, and it's the same with most couples, like drinks reception time, it's so important to actually go and see the people you've invited to your wedding, because you ended up getting a nice bit of time in the end.
We had a good chunk of time.
Yeah, it was nice. It worked out well, but again, like Stephen was right, skipping the receiving line, having an alternative plan, and then the shorts went over to Garyvaux. And like, just to clarify, it was Garyvaux Hotel that you got married in, just in case people were like, who's Stephen? Is it Hotel Stephen? Who's this person? But like decor-wise then as well, so like the flowers and the decor as well in the venue, that was all to have and to hold, wasn't it? Yeah. How did you find with the girls?
Brilliant. Yeah. So we went with Sarah a lot, and they were just fab. Like it just kind of like rang initially just to get like booked in, but like everything was like done over email, and they kind of had like how would you say, similar to your website. So you know, we kind of added in like everything that we were doing, and kind of the inspo pics around it. So you had a really good like idea of what you like organised. But like that's not.
Was it tough to choose?
You looked great.
But you were involved in things and stuff.
I like things.
And like similar to that, like it was kind of, here's what I'm thinking, and then they came back with like that and more. Do you know?
And with the flower colours, did you know what you wanted? Because they really popped, they really worked well together. Did you kind of have an idea of that?
It was kind of like, an idea of that with the bridesmaid dresses and stuff,
Yes.
and a bit of blush pink, and you know, I think for like December, and it's probably a bigger thing to like think about if anybody is getting married in December, is like, or January or February maybe, is that flowers are not, you know, necessarily
they're not
in season. So you are not going to know until probably like the week of what's going to be in.
Like, you're not going to get a bouquet of peonies in December. It's just not the case. Yeah. That's fair enough.
You know, you might not actually be able to even get somebody to do them. Let's say if you're in the middle of let's say Christmas and New Year's. A lot of the time,
Michael
you
Paul's
have
like,
to,
no one heard. Some people aren't open.
Yeah, they're not open.
It's
or
true,
they don't
it's true.
do weddings. They've got different Christmas business. So
Yeah.
that's probably one to think about a little bit more.
Yeah, because actually, it's a really good point. Because some people I spoke to, they've gone along the line of getting dried or artificial flowers around Christmas because they actually couldn't, because they didn't book in time, say.
Yeah.
And I suppose they can probably take bookings at Christmas, but it's limited the number of bookings they can take because, as you said, flower supply is just very low at Christmas.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. And like even I think ours were like maybe slightly like redder and warmer.
Okay.
But in the end, it was like thank God because they're actually. They were perfect.
They were,
They were lovely.
They're brilliant,
and we were delighted with them. And they did not go to waste. They were like, how many people did we bring flowers?
They were on graves.
That's really good.
They were like Christmas tables.
Yeah.
Or, like, you know, like in our like your mom's house, my parents' house, like they were on like Christmas, you know, the table for Christmas dinner and things like that. You know,
Brilliant.
That's a compliment that they were still going to come the 25th.
They were,
they really were. Like, and you know, it was like definitely, you know. I suppose great really that we went with them in the end. Like it wouldn't have been better. And
I think you, like you said, like the fact that you for the decor and the flowers came from the same place too made life.
Yeah, it did actually. Yeah, so like everything just kind of tied in. So great. I mean,
because in the venue as well, you had the was it the bench with the flowers, and then you had the Baileys and the neon sign, wasn't it? Over it.
And that's custom made. Was that through Tab Hold or was that different company?
It was a different company. I actually can't think of the name of them now, but it was actually to have the Hold recommended them.
Brilliant.
Okay, but they do the bench and the actual the setting.
But it's a great add-on though, isn't it? Having the little sign and the fact that it's custom made, like you can make a little.
And even like the photos everyone was taking with it, like you know, you know, on their own phones like that we seen after it look class, like.
And you actually have your names like it was your wedding, the Baileys were above their head kind of thing. Like that's really good.
Brilliant.
It is like a photo wall, but a new age version, isn't it?
Yeah.
And even like they worked so much with like Gary Vaux, and I would say that was a big thing as well. Like every vendor, I think that you know we had.
We all knew each other.
So
like family.
Like, it was.
It was so handy. Like, I would talk to him there. I'd be grand to be back.
We'll sort that out. Yeah.
It's true though, because you mentioned names and I'll know. Oh yeah, I know how they do that. Oh yeah, I know what they do. That's grand. Don't worry about it, kind of thing. Because we see each other all the time. Like it's we work together, kind of like in a weird way, because we see each other so much throughout the year. So it's lovely in that way. Yeah, but like I suppose at Christmas time as well. Like obviously you went the bouquets with the girls, and the guys had the buttonholes. There you go. And
shoot choices. Find that one. I'm gonna hijack it. Go on.
But like, and you had the bench and everything. But like, you don't need to, like, for people out there, I suppose, if you're having a Christmas wedding, like, you, like, because things cost a lot of money, especially for weddings, and decor is a massive expense. Like Christmas time, the venue decorate for you.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, big time.
So like, don't go too far.
You have your team. You have your team.
Done. Sorted.
Same in the church as well. Like, you know, there's trees up there, might be lanterns and things. So like, you know, definitely check that out first.
And there's just an atmosphere, isn't there?
Because you can save yourself quite a bit of money by not like going too crazy, because it is decorated beautifully, kind of, and you're always competing against it. In a way, because like it's Christmas.
You can repurpose things as well, like our like QNs like were put into like vases over in Gary Vaux, put on the tables just to have something like extra, or just to reuse them again. So you know, there's small things you could probably do, and like ask the hotel what they have, because they have loads.
That's right.
They do.
They probably have an option.
You could put effort into something and they have a solution ready to go. Like
And where did you just because I know you're going to go off on something else before we go away from it, because the girls had like really nice, was it wine velvet?
Oh yeah.
Where did you get the bridesmaids dresses?
They were TH and TH.
Oh, very good. Okay, because they were gorgeous on the girls. And then your two little flower girls, they were almost like plush pink. Am I right in saying that?
Plush pink kind of. They were like, I think it's called Lyre and Ray, so it was actually an NC designer
beautiful.
in the UK. Mike Paul's brother and girlfriend who lives in Liverpool, so we had them delivered there and they brought them over.
Handy.
No customs.
Another reason people are coming home for Christmas, you can sneak things in the door.
But look, because like, for colour palettes, like not everybody would think of wine red and blush pink. It works so beautifully. It was gorgeous. And the little page boy, he was dressed up just the same as you guys. He was gorgeous.
Yeah, no, he was class now, in fairness.
Yeah. And where did you get the suits for the lads? Oh, he doesn't remember. On the spot. Where did you get your suit? You don't remember?
Dungarvan, Devereux.
There you go.
Yeah.
Deborah. Okay. And did you get your seat there as well as the lads?
Oh, all of us have gone down there. They're just spot on.
Okay.
They have a gift. They don't write down anything. It's the most hilarious country place you'll ever see in your life.
Yeah, they were lovely.
So like you go in and they just memorise your measurements?
I've been there 3 times now for weddings.
Yeah.
And I have not seen them write down one thing.
Old school, like it. Yeah.
And not one suit or shirt size or anything went wrong.
Okay.
Yeah.
There you go. That's it.
Like, it was actually amazing. Like,
yeah, that's experience though. I think like some people are just so good at their job. They're like, yeah, that's fine.
But
yeah, I can tell by looking at you what you're going to
the
wear.
amount of times there's somebody's shirt that's the wrong size.
True.
Like every week, like type thing. So
Yeah,
it's so easy to get something wrong.
it was just absolutely hilarious, like, down there, like, as in.
But you trusted them enough to be like, yeah, let's go with it, and it all worked out.
Absolutely.
And was it a hard choice to decide what you did?
Oh, God, no, it was my dream.
Well, I wear it most Saturday nights now.
It was either that or a red velvet one, but the red velvet one was probably a step too far.
You would have been too close to the bridesmaids?
Yeah. It actually eliminated it.
It's a good call, actually.
Okay.
Yeah. It's important to check
and then
that.
you probably wear the black velvet again faster than you wear red velvet, would you?
Oh, you would, yeah.
You probably would.
Yeah.
Get a bit of reuse out of it, like. Yeah.
Picture's great for this.
It does. But then
I'm looking at you.
like, how handsome was I on my wedding day? But your dress, Emer, oh my God, when I walked into the room, I was like, oh my God, would you look? There's so much bling and sparkle, and there's sleeves, and there's so much material. I was so excited to get you into it. I was like, I don't know how you felt, but I was like, get this girl in this dress. This is stunning. Where did you get the dress?
So I actually went travelling. Instagram got the better of me, so I went to Verona Bridal.
Okay.
Up the north.
Nice.
So they were in Magrafelt at the time, but they're in Belfast now.
Okay.
But they were brilliant. It was like worth the trip. Like I shared the second I saw it, I was like, this is the one.
It was perfect.
So now there was probably a couple of months, and I was just like, oh my God, was I on drugs when I got that? You know what I mean? You'd be like, you know, because you have to go through all the seasons before your own wedding comes, so you're just like, you know, you're seeing a lot of like craic, and you're seeing a lot of summer styles, and then you're just like,
bows and light colours, and
then it was coming closer, and it's like, and you start getting like fitted, obviously, like with seamstress when you collect it, and you know, I just loved it, and it was so comfortable to wear.
It was perfect on you, it really was, and it was just the cut and the sleeves. It just stood out so beautifully. It was really gorgeous on you. It was perfect, And how did you feel when you turned in the aisle and saw the dress for the first time?
Oh, like we wrote.
Did you ruin the surprise?
No,
you don't tell us they were testing and he saw it.
No, I never saw it. Like, I like top notch. Like, but you see, like we did the rehearsal, like myself and Emer's dad lost her shit. We thought it was the funniest thing on earth, like so, like.
Stop. You're very fun. Was the priest there trying to calm you down and actually get you to concentrate?
Just like holding in a laugh, do you know, when you just like you're going to burst. I'm sure there's a picture of my dad just like.
Just the two of us are just like, but isn't it mental, like the unofficial rule where you have to sleep like in your own place, like?
I know what you
people
mean.
are stopping doing that.
Like if you think about it, like the person you need most is the person like you're going marrying the next day. You're like, just stop texting at 12 o'clock in case lightning will hit the two of us or something. Like. So you make up awful things in your head, like, and you're just there. Jesus, I forgot that. Did you leave?
It's true, and then some people are actually they're starting to kind of be like, oh, look, it's grand. Or like they might not get dressed together, but they've seen each other that morning. They stayed together the night before. I think it's more though if you're like say having the whole day in one venue, that they might spend the night together the night before,
they might totally
and then
break
they'll
tradition,
split that morning.
Everyone to their own, like what's madness. But I was like, if we were doing it again, we'd do the exact same thing.
Would you?
In case lightning would strike or something
like that.
So when you turned around the aisle, you were just trying not to laugh based on the previous night's messing.
That's hilarious.
Basically,
You're so funny.
It was just hilarious. Like look at video again, you'll see the two of us laughing.
It's
Like,
great
why
though,
you-
because that's your personality though, and why break who you are in the wedding night? Why get all serious in that moment kind of thing? Because I suppose you are right though. It's like everyone's like, oh, and how did you feel on the aisle walk? But it's like you've spent like every week and minute with each other for the last few years, and yes, you look probably the best you've ever looked on your wedding day. But it is just the person you're about. Like your person is just there. It's right. Yeah, you're 100%.
I just thought it was like, obviously, like, you don't do it every day, but then you're there you're there the day before, and you're just like, geez, I need her to talk to about something, like, you know.
Yeah.
But
I've only got one sock. I don't know what to do. Yeah.
or like, you know, but like, I don't know. That's my thing of it anyway.
Yeah.
That's fair enough. That's
No,
fair enough.
yeah.
No, that's cool. Yeah, I like that.
Definitely.
But I know it was absolutely stunning on you. And then for the actual Gary Bow was like, I think it was the perfect venue for Christmas for you as well.
Yeah, it
'cause
really
it was nice
is.
and close to your church.
Yeah.
The drinks reception had like so much space for all the guests, and then the
Yeah.
Christmas trees up and everything everywhere. And then we talked about the speeches. We won't go into them again. But you were maid of honour.
Ruth.
Ruth, she did a speech as well.
Yeah.
I like that.
It was
Yeah.
lovely.
More and more of the girls are starting to actually stand up and do a few
yeah.
speeches.
So
yeah.
like I met Ruth in college and we lived together for a while, but
Okay.
MP ended up being in her year, changed course. So we three of us were actually very close. So
I never failed.
You never failed.
I never
It
failed.
may have come up on a few speeches. Just like college
Yeah.
Yeah. So like
I didn't just put it out there.
she's really equally like, you know, your best friend as she is mine. So
Okay.
like, you know, I think it was just nice for her to be able to say a few words. And she was willing to as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she did a great
loved
job.
reading, so she
Yeah.
was all for it.
Yeah, no, I must say, and like I don't remember many speeches, but I do remember yours because I remember, was it your dad telling stories about when you were together first,
Yeah.
and then it overlapped into
Like,
your
that was-
stories.
like,
that was surreal.
Like, that wasn't planned or anything,
Way
like.
too much time with them.
But I do remember it being very, very funny in fairness to you lads.
Yeah.
And then how did you find doing your first dance? You're going to be like, yeah, it was no bother,
We'd
or did you
actually-
did
know
you
what?
find that hard?
No,
Oh,
like
we-
to be honest, you just don't have time to be. I don't know, like you be not stressing about things, but you have so much other things to be
Sure.
Yeah.
doing, right? And I know everyone might have a certain thing that sticks out, like I didn't like that, or I was a bit worried, or you're thinking about that piece a lot, but. We were just like, we haven't practiced now, so let's just go and
Yeah.
have a good
Just
time.
go with it.
Like,
Do you
you know what I
think
mean?
picking like an upbeat party, more of a party song, did that kind of help you that, you know what, we don't have to do a big dramatic slow dance or something?
Yeah.
Well, we were always probably going to do something upbeat because that, like any songs that we like together are not like, they're not wedding appropriate. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? They
Yeah.
wouldn't be
Yeah.
like, I don't know, I just don't think they'd go down well, but.
You wouldn't be
You
Ed
know.
Sheeran perfect
No,
type.
no,
first
well,
dance.
like,
yeah.
Busting my whole like, as in, sure, there's no way you'd be able to do that
No.
serious with me, like,
No.
it's in.
And like we weren't expecting, like, because we had seen like Alec and
Right.
Pearls, like, you know, do weddings before.
Yeah.
Like that's why obviously we went with them. They're
Yeah.
like great crack and they're
Yeah,
really interactive. But
Okay.
We were like stood at like the end of the bar and like with the bridesmaids and groomsmen and, you know, just having a chat and a shot before everything.
Yeah.
So we were
Yeah.
like totally distracted from what and trying to gather
everybody, because one will go looking for someone and then the
I
other will
didn't
come back
know
and vice
anything.
versa.
They almost need to walk out the room the first
Yeah.
dance supposed to start.
Yeah.
I never get home.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
And we were just like, where are they? But obviously he was like, you know, calling everyone out and
Sure.
there was like this like tunnel and everything actually being made. So like when we actually did get called, we were like, what is going on? So
Yeah,
it was just
yeah.
such a crack that way. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. No, he
So,
does it great, doesn't he? And I
yeah,
think you enjoyed
yeah.
it. I think you could see it in the moment that you were like, what is this?
Yeah.
Like, it
I
was
was-
just brilliant.
It was good fun, but like, it was a good song too, like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What
it
was
was-
your song? Share
It
with
was,
everybody.
After all, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Frank and Waters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's perfect
Brilliant.
song.
Yeah. And that is like when everybody else comes on, it's like they can get bobbing away to it. Like, so it's
Yeah.
kind of like it's the start of the G up for the next song.
You had everyone on the dance floor straight away.
Yeah.
Straight, and you
Yeah.
had everyone staying there again.
That's right. Yeah.
And that's the trick.
Yeah.
That is the trick.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, 100%. And the
Yeah.
dance floor it was good crack. And did you have a DJ as well?
Yeah, we had DJ Paul. I'm just trying to think of Paul's surname.
That's alright.
Yeah.
Shout out to DJ Paul.
Prendeville. Paul Prendeville.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
There you go.
Paul's
Yeah.
lovely. Yeah.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
had a great crack with him on the phone actually beforehand.
Yeah, he was good crack.
Yeah.
Actually, all our phone calls were pretty We did
Again, it sounds like you like built your supplier team around just having the crack.
Yeah.
if there were no crack, they were no good to us. Like.
But you're right though in the sense though, because like no, but it's really important that I can't get this across to people more kind of thing.
Yeah.
I think some people when they're like organising a wedding, they're like they think there's an expectation of what you have to do and how you have to perceive it. Like, you know, show yourself to everyone on the day. You just need to be yourself.
Yeah.
And if that means having people around you that have a similar kind of like personality or an outlook on life, it just makes the things a bit easier. Because if you had hired a really kind of like posy, you know, very serious photographer, it would not have suited. Well, it might have suited. Definitely wouldn't have suited Michael Paul. It wouldn't have suited.
Couldn't.
But no, but it's very true though, and it's kind of like, or you could have hired a singer in the church that wasn't capable or willing to sing something from the darkness. Do you know?
Hilarious situation.
Well, I want to see Caroline go full karaoke and rock out. I really want to see that now for Darkness. I think she should do it for a Christmas charity now. Darkness fully. We'll do a video with Caroline if Caroline's watching. I want to see her full hardcore rock out.
Yeah. But I think it's important to like have the wedding. Like people are always like, have the wedding you want and all this. But have the wedding that suits you, like suits your personality. Enjoy your wedding day. Because you can tell some days that people have really had the best intentions of like, you know, we're going to do it our way. And then all the little voices in the background. And unfortunately, the voices sometimes win. And then you can see they're kind of just going along with things because they feel they have to. You don't have to do anything. You really don't. Other than signing the green folder and like, you know, showing up to like wherever you're actually getting married. Outside of that,
go with it.
do you need to do? Do you need to do?
Yeah.
100%. But I'm so delighted you had such a good day though, because it was like it's a day I remember.
We had a brilliant day, like, and
the feeling, like, you know, like, you know, some people will be like, oh, I'd love now to be planning it again. Like, there's parts of it I obviously would love to do again. But you know, all the prosecco lunches and things like that. No
shopping trips.
Those things. You know, there's some lovely parts to it, but it's the feeling, like, you know, it's just, I don't know, just like cloud nine, like completely. Like if you could battle that, like, and sell it is just unreal.
And I think it's only on you experience it yourself that you actually kind of really grasp getting married yourself, because as you said, like you're attending 11 weddings or something, or 10 weddings this year.
10 weddings this year,
So like, but it's so different to like you'll go to all these weddings, but like being a guest at a wedding is nothing like getting married yourself. Nothing. No.
Completely different. Completely different.
You're totally detached. You don't know, like, there's so much going on throughout the day as a guest that you don't need to know you're aware of, and you aren't even aware of what people are getting up to, or the effort they put into something, or that something's way out of place, or that something worked really well. Like, people you don't appreciate it when you're a guest. Like, you really don't.
But guys, thanks for coming in and sharing. Thanks for controlling yourself in
He's
places.
actually like, can't cope with myself. Don't say it. Don't say it.
Very proud of him now, Emer. Very proud of him.
You see me like in the video.
He's
It's like,
It's all right. I'm going to tease him now. I'm going to give yourself 5 more minutes to hang yourself. We have to give Brian Roach a shout out. Baker Boy, wasn't it? Baker Boy the cake. Yeah, I'm just trying to keep him on camera a bit more. I reckon we can crack him now. He's not going to behave.
I don't want to.
That was
Brian
Brian got top day out, actually.
Eating cake.
Because it's so difficult now, because Brian is really tailored back. He's very limited dates available, and you were lucky enough to get him. So like you got the experience, the tasting.
Yeah, no, that was class. No, it was funny though. Like, he lives literally like 5 minutes over the road from me. We had to go to Cork for the tasting. I thought it was
you went into Happen to Hull, was it?
Wow,
that makes sense.
Lovely.
He's probably meeting a load of people in there on the same day with Ollie's cake.
We definitely share
Unreal,
a passion for cake with Brian.
Yeah.
We just talked cake, and that we don't like wastage of cake. And
he let us take more cake.
We used to do a lot of like, you know, we don't really do
trade shows,
but the trade shows and showcases, and it just so happened that like every time we went to one, Brian would end up like right next to us, and I would spend 2 days eating my body weight in cake. I swear I would come home about a stone heavier, but like it's just so good, and the smell, and it's like I love the way you give out to me about long goodbyes. I finished this podcast, like he restarted it.
But like the detail on the cake was savage, wasn't it? It was like outside ruffles or something. Or do you remember what that technically is called? They kind of have folds on the outside. It was so impressive.
Like a jumper.
It almost looked like it was knitted. It almost looked knitted.
But it looked that real, like it really did.
It was unreal.
And what flavours did you end up? Did you pick 2, 3 flavours? Do you remember what they were?
We picked 2 flavours.
3.
3.
Oh,
did we?
With the white chocolate.
Normal chocolate, and then the
white chocolate biscuit cake, and then chocolate biscuit cake
Yeah.
and white chocolate and raspberries.
Oh.
That's the one.
That's
Yeah,
the one.
yeah, yeah.
Like
That's
the others are beautiful,
Okay.
but the white, it's
And did you actually get to eat cake? Did you like get enough cake? Did you
Chopped
like?
up.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
like
okay.
we literally like.
Oh, you should have seen how the cake was
Christmas
cut.
was
lads.
good, was it?
Oh yeah, it's
really?
Oh,
Who
no.
cut the cake?
My brother, like, he's a chef, like, so.
Okay.
But, like, we were obviously out for day 2.
Yes.
And we
Okay.
went back to Garryboe that night.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what happened then.
Yeah.
So, like, obviously, he came home. He was.
So this is like
He's
day
usually
3.
good
This
chef
is like
sober,
the
is it?
23rd.
Okay.
No, the 20. This is Christmas Eve morning.
Christmas Eve.
This is
Okay.
Christmas
Yeah.
Eve. He just came in, like, he's.
We went to your mum's house.
He was winning at life, like, he was still, like.
Steaming.
What do we do with the cake? I'll do that there. It was just,
Brian is going to be cringing. So.
Yeah.
oh, he did it immaculate. Like,
Did he?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, he was on
Every
autopilot.
portion was done. He
he was like that
tin foil
perfect.
everywhere and
He was that perfect drunk at the time.
Oh my
Yes.
god.
You know,
Yeah,
like,
the sweet spot, yeah,
He could have been playing golf and he would have been driving it straight,
Yeah.
like, you know.
Like a
he
cheap
was.
towel over the
He's suddenly a
shoulders.
superhero at everything.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
drunk.
brilliant.
Yeah, I love that.
So, big
I
shout out
thought
to
you were going to
Janet.
say he was going to butcher it. I was like, please don't tell
No.
the
No,
story.
it was immaculate in fairness to him. Like.
And then the quick idea, if people are having the Christmas wedding, the great thing was the sacks that you gave the kids, that was a lovely little surprise. They
Oh,
say
yeah.
they ate that
Oh,
up, that they
yeah,
had their
yeah.
little kind of like, when they might get like a colouring book or something just put on the table or something, you had a little kind of Christmas
Yeah.
actual sack, didn't you?
Yeah, they are great crack though. Like Fia and Jonathan were 7 at the time,
Okay.
and like they're fun kids. Like as
Yeah.
in like they'll make you laugh. Like
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
do you know?
And they got on so well because Jonathan's Australian, like, so,
Okay.
Yeah.
do you know, like the two of them are same age, but like they just click straight away. They've
Isn't
met
it
a
great the
couple
way
of days.
kids can just be
Yeah.
like, we're best friends? Yeah.
Yeah.
And like, Joe, they have a good like joke in them as well. So like, you know, they really kind of
Okay.
ate it all up as well.
Yeah.
Like they enjoyed
Yeah.
the day, like,
Brilliant.
you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
we were like delighted that they got to experience
To see
the
them.
wedding,
Yeah,
you know,
exactly,
and
yeah,
that they were
yeah.
involved in it, and
Because they were hilarious in the speeches. Because like you were all laughing around and they were like quite close to top table and they
Yeah.
were wearing the Santa
Yeah.
hats
Yeah,
and
there's
the
some cute
massive
things.
glasses. And like I don't know whether they actually know what they're laughing at, but they're laughing
Yeah,
on
yeah,
the
yeah.
speeches.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah,
very, very
no, in
cute.
fairness to them, they were
Yeah.
unreal.
Jonathan just like tells like knock jokes and like
Okay.
you know, like penguin bar jokes. Like he just has like a stash of them like up his sleeve
Just
all the time.
Really
So he'd be like telling
bad
everyone
jokes,
walking
like-
Yeah,
around,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
So
like,
good.
Man, like
Brilliant.
walking around telling jokes. So
Maybe he did get the speeches then. Maybe he was like, maybe he was up there with it. Yeah, it could have
Yeah.
been.
So,
Is there anything else?
No, that's a
about
great
it?
one. I think that was a nice one. That's a nice one for kids. If you don't have like 20 kids coming, like it was doable for
Yeah.
you, wasn't it?
Yeah.
There was what, 3?
Trick.
yeah.
So very doable to have that little surprise kind of
Yeah,
Christmas thing.
Yeah, and
That was
like
cool.
you know what, like they're like the baby went home like say
Sure.
like you know like
She
goes
was
to
very
bed at
small
7.
though, wasn't she?
Yeah, she was only just 2. Like,
Yeah,
she goes
yeah.
to bed at 7. And
Okay.
that's it, like you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
so she left just before the meal, and you know the two of them were grand.
They were
like,
happy out.
Yeah, you know. they're kind
Like,
of-
I would have been anti kids at weddings.
Okay.
Like a big gang of kids.
Yeah.
If there was 30
Like,
kids
'cause
coming, you
I-
wouldn't be
And that's
mad
okay.
for
Like
it.
not
Yeah,
everybody
yeah,
has
yeah.
kids
Yeah.
at weddings,
Yeah.
you know. Yeah.
And like, but no, 2 of them perfect, happy out.
You
Yeah.
wouldn't even know they were there.
No,
to be
you
fair.
wouldn't,
No,
like-
yeah,
Yeah.
they weren't destructive, or they weren't like
Yeah.
on iPods with the volume up or something like crazy at that in the corner
Exactly.
kind of thing. They were happy out.
Yeah.
They were actually interacting. Like they
Yeah.
were.
Oh,
as
they
if
were,
They
they
were
were
like,
part of
yeah,
the wedding,
they were
like.
Yes, they really were. Yeah.
Fairness to them, like having full
Yeah,
blown
and in
chats,
fairness
like.
to them, even walking up the aisle at the door, like the 3 of them were like, "Oh yeah, this is my job. Up I go." They were
Yeah.
totally fine about
Not a
it.
bother.
The page boy was like actually sorting things like at the door. He was hilarious. Like yeah. Because I was saying,
Actually, a certain way,
I'll
like.
give you a thumbs up when to walk kind of thing, and he was like, and then he's repeating what I said to the 2 girls, and then the girls went to walk, and he went, "Go on, so." He was such a little character. He was like, "I know what I need to do, but you
Yeah.
you go on, you can give me a thumbs up if you want." I felt that small. Yeah.
He walked up, he's like handing the
What the
pocket.
heck
Oh
was the
yeah,
pocket,
no,
like?
he's
Yeah,
strutting up that aisle.
yeah.
Do you know when you were in giggles by the time Emer came up?
Oh, there were some funny ones, like.
Yeah.
As in, some of your.
Bridesmaids, they were told to like bow, you know, when they got to
Oh,
like,
yes.
pass
Or
the
did the
church.
priest tell them, is it? To
Yeah,
genuflect, is
you
it?
know, or just,
Okay,
like,
yeah.
whatever. and
Yeah.
You were like calling them out as they were walking up. You were like, you didn't bow.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't see him, like.
You know.
Yeah, like, I had a good time anyway.
Yeah,
Oh, this is kind of why you need the video though, so you can like actually see what he got up to when you were at the door.
Oh yeah.
It's the small things, and then I have to call out. We left it in. Did you see the fella when you were doing the exit, just before doing the exit, and I left your man in? He was going up to check the door to see what's going on, and then he realised you're coming out. He's Carver's.
Was it just a stranger?
Yeah. No. He's one of the lads. He should have been in the church. Like,
Sure. When we walked into the pub, it was full already. It was packed.
We were
How
like
convenient,
behind where we were signing the book.
and you could see the people sneaking out.
They were gone by the end of us signing, like, it was so funny.
To be fair, you might not have fit everybody in the church. There probably wasn't enough seats. They needed a stool. They needed a stool.
It did, yeah. It was prime spot, actually.
Yeah, they did, yeah.
Just if we're going to a wedding there, we're going to the side.
Yeah.
10 coming up now, lads. You know your position.
Yeah.
Check out with the exit doors.
That's it.
Know your exits and know your closest pub.
Right, go on. You can say goodbye, so I'll
Thanks
let
very
you.
much, Betty. But no, honestly, though.
No, it's brilliant.
joking
No,
aside,
for all the messings, there's
thanks.
loads of tips there, isn't there?
Yeah,
Like,
and thanks for coming in, guys, because I know like you've got busy schedules and stuff, and not everybody's like happy to sit in front of cameras and chat to us. But it's really good, I think. It's really good for other couples out there who are planning, just to kind of like, it's all right. You don't have to take things too seriously.
Exactly.
Plan your wedding beforehand and just do what you did. Just enjoy the wedding
Smile and
day.
laugh.
Yeah, that's it.
Good crack.
Yeah, enjoy it for all it is.
Brilliant. Cheers.